Hi guys, I just have some of my Lionel pre-war tunnels, anywhere from O scale to O and standard, and then you have standard gauge tunnels. They're all pressed steel, made anywhere from 1920 to around 1942. On the right hand side, over here, we have the 118 tunnel. The 118 tunnel was made from 1920 to 1932. The 118L tunnel was made in 1927. I think I have one, and it's that one. As you can see from the tunnels, there are different types that they made of this tunnel, and I think that's pretty interesting because they really don't mention it in any of the books that I've read about this little tunnel here. The tunnel's only 8 inches long. Pretty cool, nice detail. This one here was all beat up when I found it, and what I did is I went ahead and just touched it up. It was almost all cleaned off. The end was snapped at the keystone, which is always done because people push on them in the center here. But the interesting thing is, this one's like this. You can see the writing inside here. I don't know if you can really see it right there. It's empty. It's hollow. Nothing. It's just a tunnel. 118. You have a lighted tunnel here, which has a house and a bridge. This is not mentioned anywhere. You don't see many of these. And it is a 118L. You can see because it had the holes for the electrical in here. Somebody took out the light, which is there. I'm going to fix this someday. I'm looking right now to see if I can see the stamp inside. Yeah, it's right there. Can't really see it. Oops. You can almost see it right there. It says 118L. It's upside down in the camera. But the interesting thing is the little house is on here. The little house and the little bridge. Secondly, there's another one. I've got another one back there. I've got two of them. I was very lucky to find that. This is an interesting thing. Look inside that one. It's sealed all the way around. Pretty cool. It's just a 118. There's no stamp on it. If it is, it's buried inside here somewhere. But it has a sealed inside. So when you drive through it, that's what you see. Pretty cool. Next, we have the 119, which was also made 1920 to 1942. 1923 had the houses and bridges. It's an O scale, and I'm sorry, this is just an O scale, not a standard. It's just an O scale tunnel. I never tried to make standard go through it. It isn't quite big enough. But also, once again, this one has just a 119. Same thing. No lights. No holes for lights. This one here is pretty beat up. The next one here is a lighted one. You can see the brackets on the side here. The screws for that. This one also came with houses. This one also I've seen with the insert inside the tunnel. None of these three have that option on it. They're just, that's an uncommon thing to see. I've seen a few like that. I don't know if Lionel did that or if that was an aftermarket thing that somebody come up with. They decided to do it. This tunnel is 12 inches long. At the bottom, they're very nice. They're made of brass. They're stamped pressed steel. I've always liked them. There's this one. You can see the stamping right. You can't really see it, probably right there inside the tunnel. This is a lighted version, as I said. You can see this right here and here. And this one was also a lighted version in the back, but the hardware was removed a while back. You can see the holes, the mounting holes. Excuse me. The larger ones. By the way, I didn't mention this, but these were all hand painted. So each tunnel has its own basic personality by the individuals that did them, which is really cool, I think. Okay. The 120s, which are these big guys here. These were made for also O and standard gauge. You can see the height of it. The height of it's about 8 inches at the height. The length, 17 inches. Takes a big footprint by about 12 inches wide. There's several different versions of this I've found and that I've had and that I've sold. These come with different things that I buy and have the luck of getting. The one in the back here is one of the early versions with the house right there. That one, this is an early one, I'm sorry. This is the early version without a chimney. You can see later versions included the chimney. This one was made from 1921 to 1942. The lighted version was made from 27 to 42. So this is the early one, second one, and the lighted version, which is this one here also. And I've seen this one also with the insert inside of it too. Is this the one? Nope. Yep. Here's the one with the light in it. You can see it. There's the light. Not a very good job that they did, but they did it. Here's an interesting thing that they did with this one. The previous owner decided to knock a hole in the side here, which is right behind this house. So, of course, when it lights up, you see the house with lights. This side here, they didn't do that. They just left it go. And this was the non-aluminum one, illuminated one that they made. And I think it's a nice looking tunnel. I like the older versions of everything. I like something that's played with, used. I generally don't paint or repaint anything. But the one over there, the 118 there, I had to do that one because it was brass. And it was totally wiped out, so I figured I'd better paint it. They did make an early version of these in 1915 to around 1920. Each one of these was made from felt. Just this. The ends were not made of felt. They were still doing the stamp thing, I believe, which was steel, steel, steel. They're really cool. They're durable. However, they're fragile at the same time. You'll get people pushing down on these. As you can see, they push down on this and cave that in. This one here has just been abused, not stored right. Same with the one back there. But I wanted to show you these guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit longer than I had hoped. But This is just 3 versions of the brass stamped tunnels that they made, and different things, different ideas I thought I could show you of interest. If I get any other cool ones in here of the Lionel, I will show you, but as I said, O scale, O scale, O scale, and standard. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking in. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.